Let's put our dividing decimal skills to use. We'll start with dividing tens by tens. First, we're going to set it up in the division house. 1 and 2 tenths is our dividend, so it goes inside. 6 tenths is our divisor, so it goes outside. Our divisor is in control to break everything into equal sized pieces, so we move that decimal one place to the right. Whatever we do to the divisor, we do the same thing to the dividend, and then slide that decimal up into the quotient. Now we can divide. 6 goes into 12 twice. Subtract 12, nothing is left, so 1 and 2 tenths divided by 6 tenths is 2. We'll do the same thing for 2 and 1 tenths divided by 7 tenths. 2 and 1 tenths goes in the house, 7 tenths goes outside. Divisor is in control, so it moves one place to the right. Do the same thing to the dividend, slide that decimal up into the quotient. 7 goes into 21 3 times. When we subtract, nothing is left, so 2 and 1 tenths divided by 7 tenths is 3. But let's look a little more closely at 1 and 4 tenths divided by 4 tenths. Dividend goes in the house, divisor goes outside, move the decimal like we did before, so far everything looks the same. But now when we go to divide, 4 goes into 14 3 times, subtract 12, that leaves me with 2. To deal with that remainder, I need to start filling in the zeros behind my decimal and use those place values. 4 goes into 25 times, now none is left over, so 1 and 4 tenths divided by 4 tenths comes out to be 3 and 5 tenths. What does it look like when the dividend and the divisor have different decimal places? Well, let's look at that. First, we're going to set this up. 84 hundredths is our dividend, so it goes in the house. 3 tenths is our divisor, so it goes outside the house. The 3 tenths is in control, so that moves our decimal one place to the right. We do the same thing to the dividend, which means that decimal winds up between the 8 and the 4 when we slide it up into our quotient. So when we divide, let's pay close attention to place value. 3 goes into 8 2 times, that's 6. Subtract 2, bring down my 4. 3 goes into 24 8 times. Make sure we line that up closely in our quotient, and we're left with 0. So 84 hundredths divided by 3 tenths gives me 2 and 8 tenths. We can do the same thing on our next problem. 52 hundredths divided by 4 tenths. 52 hundredths goes in the house, 4 tenths goes outside. Our divisor tells us to move the decimal one place to the right, so we do the same thing to the dividend, slide it up into the quotient. When we divide, pay attention to our place values. 5 minus 4 is 1, bring down my 2. That goes in 3 times with none left over. So 52 hundredths divided by 4 tenths gives me 1 and 3 tenths. Let's look more closely here at our last one. 1 and 2 tenths divided by 6 hundredths. This time it's the divisor that has more place values. So this is going to have to move our decimal 2 places to the right. So we have to move our dividend 2 places to the right. That means we're going to have to fill in those zeros that we know are there behind the decimal so we can divide. 6 goes into 12 twice. Minus 12 is 0. Bring down my 0. 6 goes into 0 0 times. None left over. So 1 and 2 tenths divided by 6 hundredths comes out to be 20. When we're dividing with decimals, what happens if one of our values is a whole number? Well, let's test it out. 7 and 2 tenths is our dividend, so it's going to go inside the house. 9 is our divisor, so it's going to go outside. We keep saying the divisor is in control, but it doesn't have any decimal places to move, so we're not going to move anything in the dividend. We're just going to slide that decimal point straight up into our quotient. Now we can divide. 9 goes into 72 8 times. That 8 is going to go behind the decimal. Nothing is left. So 7 and 2 tenths divided by 9 is 8 tenths. Same thing here. We have 12 and 1 tenth divided by 11. Again, there's no decimals to move in our divisor, so it just slides straight up into our quotient here in our dividend. When we divide, pay attention to place value. 11 goes into 12 1 time, so that 1 goes in front of the decimal. Subtract, bring down my 1. 11 goes into 11 1, and that 1 goes behind the decimal. So 12 and 1 tenths divided by 11 comes out to be 1 and 1 tenth. In this last one, we have 56 hundredths, and we are dividing that by 7. Like before, our 7 is a whole number, so there's no decimal to move. So we move this decimal in 56 hundredths straight up into our quotient. But pay attention when we divide. 7 doesn't go into 5, 7 is going to go into 56, and that's going to go 8 times. When we line that up in our quotient, that needs to go over the hundredth spot, which means we need to put a 0 here in the 10 spot. Finish that off. 56 minus 56 is 0, so 56 hundredths divided by 7 comes out to be 8 hundredths. Check out the other videos in our playlist, and don't forget to click on subscribe. Thanks for watching!